Benny and the Bubble Adventure. Once upon a time, in a sunny little town, there lived a bunny named Benny. Benny had the softest white fur, bounciest ears you ever did see. Every morning, Benny hopped outside to play, but one day, as he was hopping past the garden, he spotted something shiny floating in the air. It was a bubble. It disappeared, but then, hundreds of bubbles floated out of the garden gate. Oh my whiskers! Benny giggled, a flying ball of water. He tried to touch it pop. Big ones, tiny ones, even rainbow ones that sparkled in the sun. Benny's friend Tilly Turtle poked her head out from her shell. Benny, the wind is blowing bubbles from the pond, she said. The two friends followed the bubbles as they drifted higher and higher. One bubble was so big that Benny's reflection looked like a giant bunny in the sky. Suddenly, one bubble floated down low and plop, landed right on Benny's nose, and before he knew it, whoosh! The bubble lifted him up into the air. Whoa ho ho! Benny laughed, holding tight to the slippery bubble. He floated above the trees, past the rooftops, and even waved at Mrs. Robin as she hung her laundry. Careful, Benny, she chirped. I'm okay, Benny called back. I'm just flying for a bit. From up high, Benny could see the whole meadow, the sparkly river, and all his friends playing below. But then, don't pop, Benny whispered, gently. He floated down, down, down until plop. The bubble set him softly on a patch of daisies. Tilly came running. Benny, you flew like a bird. Benny giggled. I did. But I think I'll stay on the ground for now. They watched the last few bubbles drift into the sky and vanish with tiny pops. Then Benny said, Tilly, let's make our own bubbles tomorrow. And so, the next day, they mixed up the biggest bowl of bubble soap and filled the meadow with a rainbow of bubbles big enough for every bunny, turtle, and robin to chase. And that night, as Benny curled up in his burrow, he dreamed of floating through the clouds again in a bubble made of moonlight. The end.